Welcome back to Tennis Manager 25, episode 32. The season's just about to wrap up. We're into November. Finances are looking really good, so we'll have a big upgrade on the way here in a month with that board injection. Just time to wrap things up. Got a World Cup final ahead of us. The group stage was not supposed to be even a thing, but we literally ended up in a win or go home scenario. Had no choice, and then it ended up a heck of a match. Really the most exciting match we've had in a while. So I've seen the comments of many of you who don't necessarily care about that part, especially when Menichella is not involved, but he's getting involved, and we had to open that pathway for him to be involved. He's the focal point of that one. But speaking of Menichella, he's the 1 seed at this 100 level tournament, already into the second round. Nos, the 3 seed, who's gotten through the first round. Tanoe and Mataraz also losing their tournaments this week, this first round match, so they've been put down. Igna also losing in round number 2. Menichella onto the quarters. Balanced match, weaker form, and we're out in round number 2 for Nos as well. So Menichella, the only one progressing beyond the second round this week. Menichella wins that quarterfinal. Semi is a victory. He'll play in the final, which he's lost, but he's made it to the final. That's going to be really good for his form heading into the World Cup final. Now, everybody but Uni has been involved in a tournament this week, so less production would be expected, but for Igna, her counter and backhand consistency level up. Mataraz, drop shot and anticipation level up. This week, Uni is in the next gen finals, and she's won her first 2 round robin matches. Tanoe also making good progress in her tournament, and Uni wins again. Tanoe quarterfinal exit. Uni wins the semis. Will play the final of the next gen competition. I don't know what the payout is on this one, but it's a great performance from her nonetheless. And she's won it. She has won the next gen, the promising finals. Let's go look at the outcomes on that one, how she progressed along the way. But we made 36,000 from that. And Tanoe, a couple thousand for a quarterfinal exit. After getting through that group stage, Uni at 16th in the rankings, overall the 2 seed of the young players. The next gen finals, right? We have youth ranks, and then all of a sudden you're in the pros. So this is that go between. You're playing in the pros, but you are of a certain age, on the younger side amongst pros, that you get a chance to go compete amongst them. And there's, oh gosh, what is it? Just 8? I think it's 8 players. So the top 8 young players who opt into it end up in this. So it's very high ranked, very notable players. And Uni comes in as the second highest ranked amongst them. The 1 seed did not make it out of her group, which would have been the opposite group. We would have been the head of Group B as the second highest ranked, as the 2 seed. That's the only kind of seeding part involved. Actually, no, it is. I think it is properly seeded on that 1 through 8. Everybody's seeded. Vajovic was the 8th seed. So the lowest one made it out of group stage, which means 39 was the lowest of the rankings to get in. The higher would have been a little bit above us with 16. They play a best of 5, but you're only playing games to 4, and you're not doing a lot of deep run. It goes very quickly to tiebreakers if you need, but we sweep through in straight sets, 4-2, 4-3, 4-2 in the semis to go to the final against Hannah Klugman, who was number 3 overall, 19th in the rankings, and we go 4-3 and then dominate 4-1 for love. Utter domination from Uni. Nice victory there. Great pickup. Really good finances involved in that one too. No points on offer. Menichella forehand consistency up to a 10. Nos gets triple bonuses on this training week. Serve power a 7, serve consistency a 9, volley an 8. And that was while training peak form, nonetheless. Mataraz gets a couple, forehand and forehand consistency, 10-9. And Igna gets a triple bonus, forehand an 8, She was at a 3 at the start of the season. Top spin a 5 and underspin a 6. And I have just leveled up, now a level 7 manager. Let's go ahead and assign 10 new attribute points. Put 1 point in negotiation just to get it off of that white mark and into green, just into that happy zone, and return. Hit that exact mark as well at a 13. Though I feel like I don't even need to put points here. Hold on. I'm not training in this department, and I now have staff to actually help me out. So let's max out negotiation and put our last 2 points into evaluation. We need to increase management. Our training areas are maxed out already, but I actually have staff, right? Good news on the timing too, with the tournaments over the last 2 weeks. Every single member of the squad has completed their goals on 20 tournaments. So we've got paid bonuses almost everywhere. Menichella, needed to get to 5 of the juniors for that 3,000. But almost everything else, 3, we needed to get to 150 for Monterez. We needed to get to 150 for Igna. She's up to 278 though. But other than a few smaller bonuses, we got all of the finances this year from the contracts. All of those bonuses available, and suddenly we're sitting on 772,000 before our December board intake will come in at probably 400,000 plus. We'll have well over $1 million to invest. World Cup week. Sheldon in really poor form right now. Menichella a little bit off on his form as we prepare the first few days here for the week. So 1 point for everything, of course. And then I definitely want to put a couple points into the singles training matches. Team chemistry, I think I might be okay with just the 1 point. Physical recovery also comes with helping form, but everybody's pretty high. I think I'm going to leave that at 1 and put 1 extra point into singles, get a maximum effect out of it, and a 2nd point to doubles overall. So 4 and 2 as we focus on being capable of winning the matches. There we go. Menichella form excellent. Ooh, team chemistry is only very good. That's the lowest we've seen it, actually. So Hans has just flown up the rankings. He's up to 439 over the last month, so he's jumped almost 300 spots. Sheldon is still in the same place, so he did not have a very successful run. His form is so bad that it's difficult to choose him. He's going to see a bunch of negatives, which means we're down to 1 2.5 star player. Sheldon, I don't even know if I can pick Sheldon right now. So Hans definitely is going to pick up single number 1. I think we're going to have to go with, well, King is on a bit of a run, though his morale's not great right now. We might have to go with King for single number 2, and then go from there if something happens. Now, at this stage, we don't play all 3. Doubles are not guaranteed. You win the first 2, you're through the next round. We are up against Spain. They've got some quality. I mean, their last player on their team is ranked quite a bit higher at 78 than Menichella is. So the good 30 spots above us in the rankings. The other 4 are all into the seniors now, but none of them have done much there. Really just the one in Villa Martinez at 10-14, but that's in the neighborhood of King. The quarterfinal matchups, really not very fair in terms of ranking, seeding. Germany and Romania, 2 of the lowest ranked, get to face each other. Italy and China, 2 of the lowest ranked, get to face each other. And then they're also going to have an easy semi, where the top 4 are in the other quarterfinals. So we're going to beat each other up to get to the final to have the easiest match that any of us would have. Spain, their easiest match would be the final. They're the lowest ranked in this half of the bracket. And Hans has lost. The one who should win comfortably has lost. We might be out in the quarterfinals. King has actually beaten their number 1 player too, their highest ranked one. Yeah. So King squeezes by and keeps us alive in this thing. Doubles incoming. Kingsley, such an easy choice. With the terrible form, I feel like it's got to be Menichella. Good enough affinity. We've got to go for it, and we can't burn Hans a second time because we desperately need him for the semis. We might have to play Sheldon in the semis if we get to the semis. Germany is already through after sweeping Romania, Italy, and China. Us and Spain, Poland, and France all splitting the singles matches and requiring the doubles. By the way, on the junior side of things, behind the face cam, ranks are 22, 33, 53, 69, and 78 for Spain, while for the US, 10, 15, 39, 56, and 109. Beat them before, but we also swept them before, and that's not the case here. We're going to speed this up. It's Menichella, so we are going to intervene partway into this match. Definitely the first set, hands off, letting this one happen. We start off winning the first 3 games. Great start. 4 love. Cordoba and Lopez Dominguez, not their top players. We sweep. We sweep. I might not have to intervene here. As much as I wanted to see Menichella playing doubles. 5-2. 1 away. 6-love, 6-2. Menichella and Kingsley have done it. We're into the semis against France, who beat us in the final last year. We got to go back to Hans again, but I feel like we have to give Sheldon a chance just because of the fatigue on the others. So we're going to play our top 2 players, though I fear for Sheldon on this one. Only 2 of the French players are playing at senior level, 744 and 1439. But all of their players are in the top 100. They don't look as dominant as they did a year ago. It's China who upset Italy to get through. So it's a 9-8 matchup. You could definitely win that final against those 2 if you can get there. But beating France will not be easy. And now in terms of all of their junior rankings, Ruskika, 9. 38, 44, 51, and 86. They've only had a single loss, Vandermeersch, and that was clearly against Poland. Ruskika is 5-0 and the only returning player from last year who has the title. 2 18-year-olds at the top of the list, 3 17-year-olds to follow it up. Sheldon has squeaked out the closest of victories. Tiebreakers in each set, 7-6, 7-6, and the tiebreakers themselves were also quite close. Plus 4 points at the end of the day. Thank you, Sheldon. Completely out of form. That's probably the only time I'm even going to call upon him. It was a fatigue thing. King in particular can't go. Kingsley and Menichella will have to play again if we require it. Germany beat China in their first head-to-head. First single. It's not required. We have knocked off France. So they beat us last year, but not this year. Hans has beaten Berkier 6-3, 6-3. Total domination, too, on the winner's side. A lot of mistakes along the way. China has come from behind, though, to upset Germany, and the 9 seed, the lowest one to qualify for the World Cup final, will participate. Now, we're going to bypass the singles. Sheldon's form just got a little bit better. Should I give him a shot at it? Or do I go back with King, who's in form, but a weaker player? Hans, single number 1. Such an easy choice there. Only even a... Wow. 185. Shin Yu, 185 in the seniors. I think Shin Yu is going to win. And it's going to come down to doubles. Let's hope it's not Hans against Shin Yu. Maybe I put you on single 2. Focus on trying to win single 2. And maybe we do go for Sheldon. He's not going to have the form, but give Sheldon a chance. It's the only one that has the type of quality that can compete. Let's hope that Shin Yu's placed first, and we split, go 1-1, then get set up for doubles. And maybe Shin Yu is already exhausted. Maybe they don't even call on him. The Shin Yu matchup's going to be the key to this. Where do they place him? How exhausted is he? Well, here we go. And China, Shin Yu, second in the junior rankings, yet somehow focusing almost entirely on the seniors. And Shin Yu is only 4-3. He's only got a 4-3 record. He's also the only 18-year-old on this Chinese team. 80, 107, 122, and 194 for the others. Massive drop-off. Their fate lies with Shin Yu, but Tao Yu, the third one, 5-1 record. All of them have taken losses. 2-1 for Chen, Shang, 2-1, Wang, 0-2. All right, here we go. Matchups. Shin Yu, Sheldon. That's the matchup I was looking for. The best player, but somehow beatable. It's just 4-3. We get Chen, the 17-year-old who's 2-1, and barely. I think Hans can absolutely win that. And they've already picked Shin Yu for the final and Chen, so they are going with their top two players. Their best one in terms of record. Yu not getting selected at all for this final. Here's my hope. Win or lose, Sheldon needs to push. Needs to absolutely push this thing deep. We don't want this over fast. That's over fast. 2-6, 2-6. Shin Yu has absolutely humbled Sheldon in this one. 36% of points. They only played 85 points. He needed to exhaust Shin Yu and failed to do so. And we're down. China on the brink. Number 2 versus number 2. Right now, this is our number 1. Okay. It's going to come down to the doubles. 6-3, 4-6, 6-4. Total domination, but just couldn't squeeze out Hans again, making lots of errors. Very capable, very aggressive, and a bit vulnerable. All right, now, I know Shin Yu's got to be tired, but how tired? How much did they use him in the previous rounds? Does he have any energy remaining? Sheldon has got zero chance of getting selected. I think this might be back on Kingsley and Menichella, or we go with the smarter move of Kingsley and King. And yeah, Menichella got his chance. Kingsley and King, much better players. Menichella is very much the outsider, does not have the quality yet. He got selected once. He's young. He'll get another chance at this next year, or will he? What age is he? All right, we will jump in if it's close. Focus on Chen. First game's a loss. Second game was quick and victorious. It looks like they're holding serve each so far, but there's the first break of the day, and we're down 2-4. Battle back, and I'd get back with service to go 4-4. But the first set is a loss. So we're up against it. Down 1-3, 2-3, 2-4. Let's jump in.
15-40.
And with service, it's 15-40. Break point. That's
30-40.
into the stands. 30-40.
Second set.
Boy, are you sure that didn't touch the line? It wouldn't have been an ace anyway, but we battled behind. Shin Yu is not even that tired. Are you kidding me? He's not that tired. This is Shin Yu here. He's still above the 50% threshold.
Out.
Wow,
Advantage.
that was a bad miss. The other player is, and we are targeting him, and he is error prone. It's going to give us a chance to get back in this, but we had to win that game, and we gave it away. We battled back to get to deuce, and then gave the game away. We're making a lot of errors here. Anxious and troubled, both living in fear. That was close. But this is the last game unless we can...
Second set. 30-50.
add some motivation. Big motivation boost.
Second set.
Nope. Not a good ball. There.
30 all.
Nice. 30 all. We have to break them.
Out. 40, 30.
Oh, what? That was in. That got called out. That was in. That was in. Challenge.
Out. Deuce. 4.
We should have
second
just won
set.
this game.
Advantage.
And now it's match point.
Game and 6 games.
Losing on a missed call hurts. Makes it hurt more. But Shin Yu is so good. Like when we won the title a couple of years ago, we had 2 very talented players. And it was so easy. Here, we didn't have that. And this was our 3rd and 4th guy. That was their 1st and 2nd guy. And their 1st guy was incredible. This year's Academy prospects, one of them's actually done really well. 6.21 in development. But none of them have great potential. We are sticking with our core. Final period reports. Igna jumps to 278 in the rankings. Mataraz falls to 376, has a rough stretch, only 1 win in the last 5 tournaments. Nos, mixed bag. It was rough because his form fell off, his expectations went up, so he stopped performing well at the right level where he could have been a bit more competitive. Menichella climbed a little bit, didn't win any of the tournaments down the stretch, but got 14 wins, came very close multiple times, including finals losses. Tanaway made some progress in only 3 wins, but made some progress. Playing at a little bit higher level occasionally, scoring more points. Uni was fantastic and still climbing up the rankings, 16th now. 14 wins in 17 matches, and won the Next Gen Finals, which didn't accumulate any points, but she earned $1 million. All right, 3 staff members' contracts have expired. I'm going to immediately look for replacements for them right now, because you kind of get into a little off season where everybody wants to rest here in about a week. So we've got to make those signings at this moment. There's an analyst, a trainer with their focus on tactics, and a coach. Looks like we still can't reach the 7s. They definitely said they wanted a better reputation, so we're still reaching out for the 6s and American first. No, can't even get to there. We'll try again though. There we go. We found a level 5 coach that's very well rounded in the areas I want him to be. It's going to take a little bit of extra convincing, but probably not much. We'll get about 5 ticks on the bonus and just 1 on the wage, and that should get him over the line. Ooh, level 6 analyst available. I like it. We'll have to start with a 1 season contract here early on, and it's going to take a lot of bonuses, but we're on a smaller wage. We could increase that 2 ticks, and I think maybe 6 will get us on the signing bonus. Let's make it 8 just to be sure. Yeah, there you go. That's almost guaranteed. And on to the trainer. We need somebody with tactics. I highly doubt we're going to get anywhere near level 8. Figured I'd give it a shot. We'll try level 7 if we can find an American in level 7 with that hometown. Well, that's not tactics. Not bad on the tactics. Really good on the physicals. Well, let's see what we got. No. There's another one. Fairly good on the tactics, the mental side at least. I need somebody specific for tactics. I think I need to narrow in on that a little bit more. Let's see if there's any other 7s with the tactics first. Give it a shot just in case. Alright, that's all the tactical managers at level 7. So we're going to have to go down to level 6. And here's a level 6 tactical manager, a 13-15. Fingers crossed. Come on. American bonus and still couldn't get him over the line. We got a backhand. We've got a mental Forehand, movement. We're still in the 6s. Nope, that's it. So we're going to have to try some 6s from outside the U.S. and hope we get lucky on one of them. So no level 6s with a tactical approach are willing to sign with us. I'm going to check the Americans and see if any of them actually have a fairly good tactical score and see if we can't get one of them signed on, just because it'll boost the academy profile and maybe they can still be suitable. That's a no. Nice scores here though. Mental's the same as tactical. Duh. Fingers crossed. No. She would have been fantastic. But that reminds me. Mental. We're going to try those with the mental attitude. That's not too bad. A 14-10. Alright, we're going to go back and try anybody who is seen with a mental score. Okay, we got somebody. It's going to take a heck of a bonus. Oh, wow. That did it. A few more clicks than I needed. 100,000 bonus for making the World Cup final. Overall, men won the U.S. title once again. Missing result on the women's one, second year in a row. China wins the boys. Japan wins the girls. Mensik, Goff, Floyd Jade, and Adkar are the champions of the respective levels this year. Uni, best progression in the top 100. So she was the best entry into the top 100 a year ago. This year she's the best progression through the top 100. She's been stellar. She was also the best indoor win ratio. Best game win percentage also. Oh, for indoor. Yeah, we already established that. Fantastic news, as all three have agreed to sign the contract. So we got them pushed high enough, far enough along. Normally, I get 2/3 to 3/4. So glad to see that we got a 100% return on this one. We also have some new offers for equipment suppliers. I'll do that one off camera. There's going to be money involved. That's simple. There will be some signing bonuses with these as well, so we'll improve our finances a bit, but generally the signing bonuses aren't huge. Uni though, Uni is more marketable, 2.5. So what kind of oh hello, yeah, there's going to be some bonuses to come. What do we have here? Massive difference between one and the other, so I think it's pretty obvious where you want to go with this one. One title, not sure what level necessary, but I'm guessing that'll be easy enough. Make a final of a Grand Slam, I doubt that's going to happen, but 123k, 164k for a title somewhere somehow, 21k for the signature. That's just for the rackets. As for what we have here, as much as I love my Nike, the other offer does seem to be a bit better, but we're dealing with the same sort of thing. So where is this actually spread to? That's better bonuses kind of across the board. Yep. Yeah, the only better part is the bonus here from Nike. Everything else favors this one. So that's the direction Uni's going to go for this year. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. That's the season coming to an end. We are sticking with the same core 6 for next year. We've improved the staff a little bit. And, of course, ranking goals. One of the big things, though, will be here shortly when we get the investment and we decide where to spend that. Finances first is always my approach, because then you can piggyback upgrades that will then cost money. Take care of finances, the rest falls into place. Take care of the rest, finances get tricky. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.